Welcome to Monterey State Historic Park. I'm Tyler, a guide here, and I'm standing in front of the Custom House, State Historic Landmark #1, as well as a national landmark. But today, I'm not going to be talking about the Custom House, but I'm going to be talking about the historic flagpole in front of it. This flagpole has been a part of major moments in Monterey and California's history, going all the way back to the 1840s. The first major event that would intertwine this flagpole into United States history happened in October of 1842, when Commodore Catesby Jones, the leader of the Pacific Squadron, came to Monterey under the pretense that the United States and Mexico was at war. He was based out of Lima, Peru, and at this time there was a standing order inside the U.S. Navy that if the United States and Mexico were to go to war, the first job of the Pacific Squadron was to come to Monterey and capture it. Because at this time, Monterey was essentially the hub of power in California. Unfortunately for the United States and Catesby Jones's reputation, when he arrives to Monterey, he quickly finds out that war was not happening. What I'd like to do for you is read an excerpt from a first-hand account of a member of Catesby Jones's crew the day that he found out that the United States and Mexico was not at war. Their ship was stationed out in the bay behind me, and this is what he had to say. Flagship United States, Monterey, October 21st, 1842. Catesby Jones, gentlemen, some information has this moment come to me, which leaves little doubt on my mind, but that the late difficulties between the United States and Mexico have been amicably adjusted, and anxious to avoid all causes which would have a tendency to excite unfriendly feelings in a state of peace, I propose to restore the Mexican authorities in Monterey and release the vessels embargoed and place everything exactly as I found them on my arrival on the 19th this instant. Your Excellency and Captain Silva guaranteeing no harm to the native or foreign inhabitants of this district. As the consequence of the late capitulation, the United States Guard in charge of the Castle of Monterey will re-embark at 4 o'clock this afternoon, or whenever Captain Silva shall be prepared to take possession, at which time the Mexican flag will be rehoisted on the pole behind me and will be saluted by the American squadron. All hostilities to cease on both sides. I am, gentlemen, very respectfully, your obedient servant, Thomas Catesby Jones. The final capture of Monterey happened in July of 1846 by Commodore John Drake Sloat. He's the man who replaces Catesby Jones as the Commodore of the Pacific Squadron. When he arrives, not wanting to make the same mistake as his predecessor, he takes his time sending sailors into the city, talking with people inside the bars and taverns to ensure that war had been declared. Upon realizing that, yes, war has started, he comes to the Custom House, lowers the Mexican flag, and raises the American flag. On the balcony, you can see directly behind me, a captain from one of his ships gave a proclamation saying that Monterey and California would now be part of the United States, and it has been part of the United States ever since. Thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to learn about Monterey's history, and thank you for watching.